All right. Hey, YouTube, I'm Lucky, and in today's video, we're going to talk about Bungie's deafening silence when it comes to this entire transmog drama that's come out. Okay, last Thursday, at the time I'm making this video, last Thursday, the TWAB came out, and they talk about transmog. This is something that's been hyped up for a very long time. In MMO games, this is a big thing, all right? We've wanted this for years and years and years. We finally get complete transmog inside Destiny 2. There's a few problems and a few issues with it here and there, but overall we find this system that's set up that requires a ton of in-game work to unlock these transmog ornaments, or the alternative route is buy them. And then there's also a cap, but the cap doesn't apply if you buy them. So that's the really big issue right there, is why is there a cap to earn them through in-game when you can just buy them? Obviously this seems very, very greedy, and it seems like Bungie is essentially doubling down on this. Like, they're saying we're sticking to our guns, it's business as usual. They have not addressed this in the slightest. We haven't seen anything on Twitter or Reddit or elsewhere. They are actually sticking through with this, and a lot of backlash has been given to them, and they're just seeming to ignore it. And this is especially upsetting if you're an avid Destiny 2 player right now, because it just started to feel like we were getting into a good rhythm, things were going really well, and now all of a sudden a huge wrench is thrown in the mix. And the reason why this is such a big issue, and maybe you're watching this, you're really not that upset about it, you're thinking people are being too overdramatic, it's not that big a deal overall. The reason why it's such a big issue is because there's basically two monetization player-based pools that people are coming from. You've got the free-to-play players, where essentially monetizing cosmetics is completely normal, totally understandable. That's similar to something like Fortnite, right? The game is free-to-play, but the cosmetics cost a lot, and that's how Fortnite makes their money. The problem is we also have the paid season pass model, where we pay money for the season pass and for content and for pre-orders, for digital deluxe editions and everything else. And those are the actual players that will be paying for these cosmetics, okay? The free-to-play players, they're not buying cosmetics, okay? There's no way you're going to convince me that a free-to-play player is going to choose to buy a $12 ornament instead of the season pass for Destiny 2. But that is exactly how Bungie gets away with this. Because the game is offered free-to-play, they can charge an arm and a leg for these cosmetics, and it's a system that just seems, frankly, quite greedy, and a lot of people across all social media are starting to point this out, and it's casting a huge shadow on Bungie. What people are starting to point out is that we once celebrated Activision leaving Bungie, because we envisioned Activision as being the big, greedy, motivating factor for Bungie's greedy decisions inside Destiny 2, and we hated them for it. But now it's becoming very apparent and very obvious that that is not the way it was working, and that Bungie clearly has their own greedy motives at times. And I do say the word greedy lightly because they are a business and they need to make money. I totally respect that. But there are ethical and unethical ways to manage your video gaming business, and this transmog system that they're coming up with is simply not it. And sadly, even with all the immense amount of community backlash, it seems like Bungie is doubling down on this, and it seems like this is actually how it's going to ship. My hope is that they come out with a long blog post explaining why they chose to do what they did, and then making the situation right, which would at the very least be removing the cap so that we can earn these in the game. At this point, I'm totally okay with some people paying for them, and I understand that Bungie will profit a fuck ton of money from this, and good for them if they do make a lot of money on it. If some people out there are just simply too impatient to earn the synthweave through in-game objectives and just want to pay for it, fine, let them spend their money if they want. But at the very least, Bungie, you gotta remove the cap on this, okay? You have to remove the cap. If they choose to continue to just ignore the issue as they have been, try to sweep it under the rug, this will be a permanent and lasting stain on Bungie's reputation, and I don't want to see that. And let me know in the comment section below how you feel about this. That's a wrap on this video. Make sure to subscribe with notifications on if you did enjoy. Smash the like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later.